You are literally taking food off kids' plates to buy Elon Musk another yacht.
Republicans are pushing through Trump's big, beautiful bill, and we don't even know what's inside of it. According to Politico, it hasn't even been fully written yet, but they are charging ahead. And while we are waiting on the final details, what it might look like, we do know a few things. First, it's unsurprisingly going to come at all of our disadvantage. There are a few big cuts and attacks on working people that we'll take a look at momentarily. But first, it's hard to ignore the massive amount of money that they are going to pump into the Golden Dome.
I'm also pleased to report that the one big beautiful bill will include $25 billion for the Golden Dome to help construction get underway. That's the initial sort of a down deposit. And we have probably, you're talking about, General, we're talking about $175 billion total cost of this when it's completed.
If you don't know what the Golden Dome is, it's the US's version of the Iron Dome that Israel uses for missile defense. Now, what might work for Israel doesn't necessarily work for the United States. For instance, Israel needs to only protect 8,500 square miles. America's Golden Dome would need to cover 3.8 million square miles. And moreover, despite wanting to pump $175 billion into this pipe dream, experts say that the technology doesn't even exist. So we're just going to set $175 billion on fire. But we really wouldn't set it on fire, because that money would just end up in the hands of defense contractors. And who specifically could benefit? Elon Musk. Across the board, Elon Musk stands to benefit tremendously, and on this project specifically, that money's probably going to go to SpaceX. And while Elon Musk continues to get rich off of government dollars, it comes at our expense. Jim McGovern summed it up perfectly here.
You're slashing benefits from children, from seniors living on fixed incomes, from veterans who served this country and now rely on food assistance just to get by. And why? And why? So that the top 0.1%, people making over $3.5 million a year, can pocket $314,000 a year in new tax giveaways. I mean, you are literally taking food off kids' plates to buy Elon Musk another yacht.
People who need help are the ones who are going to be hurt the most. That's what the Republican plan is. This data comes from a report from Popular Information, which is great, by the way. And what they found was that under Trump's plan, people who make less than $51,000 will see their after-tax income decrease. Meanwhile, the top 0.1% will see their income increase by hundreds of thousands of dollars. So to put this simply, the middle class and the working poor are going to have less at the end of the day. But the ultra wealthy, 0.1%, we're not even talking 1%, 0.1%, the richest of the rich are going to have hundreds of thousands of dollars more. And the thing is, they're so wealthy that isn't even going to affect them. Hundreds of thousands of dollars is pocket change to people at that level. So it makes you all wonder, what is this for?
But I just find this whole thing disgusting. At the end of the day, this is simple. It is simple. It's about whose side you're on. You guys wrote this bill for the top 0.1%. You wrote it for the billion-dollar corporations who offshore jobs and dodge taxes. You wrote it for the big oil and big pharma CEOs who rip people off. You wrote it for the rich and famous, for the people who never, ever have to worry about where their next meal is coming from or how to take care of their elderly parents. So you guys picked a side, okay? You picked the billionaires. I get it. You want to betray the people who voted for you. You want to sell them out because Trump told you to.
After he already cut taxes for the wealthy during his first term, this plan is so ridiculous, so ludicrous, that even some Democrats can't even believe it. They think it's typos.
Check this out. I thought this was a mistake. I thought I was not reading this correctly. An increase in their taxes of 74.3%. But you all want to tout a tax plan that increases taxes on people making under $30,000 a year, the folks that are struggling, and then cutting their Medicaid on top of that. But yet you want people to have more babies. That's the most insulting thing I've ever heard in my life.
And it's not just taxes. People who rely on Medicare or Medicaid can have their programs cut, and if you get insurance through the ACA marketplace, it could become harder. We might have 1.8 million more people uninsured by 2034 as a result of Trump's plan. And because of their proposed cuts to Medicaid, which is health insurance for the very poorest in our country, and through these cuts, another 7.7 million people might lose their health insurance. Another provision would eliminate Biden-era credits for health insurance, which would kick off another 4.2 million people. And thank you to Americans for Tax Fairness for breaking this down and simplifying it. All in all, 14 million people could lose their Medicaid coverage. 22 million people could see their health insurance prices rise. How is that helping working families? How is that helping the American people?
This takes the cake. This is not policy. This is theft. It is a direct transfer of wealth from the working and middle class to the ultra-wealthy. And it's being done on purpose and under the cover of night.
For a guy that ran on the cost of living and prices, you would think he would at least pretend to care. But no, Trump is so greedy, so corrupt, and so desperate to be liked by his billionaire donors that he will do anything, including selling out his own supporters, to make them happy. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Can't thank you enough.